Another question on simultaneous equations. We talked about this, to solve this you need to work out these three sections, the three different columns, the x, the y, and then the numbers. Okay, and if we take a closer look, we notice that actually the x's 6 and 4x are quite difficult to sort of multiply values to make it equal. 2y and minus 3y is probably the best to choose because just simply smaller numbers. So if I multiply that by 3 and I multiply the bottom by 2, that's going to give me two values of y of equal size and one positive, one negative. Let's see. So 6x times 3 gives me 18x. 2y times 3 gives me 6y, that's a positive, and equals to minus 3 times 3 is minus 9. So the first equation sorted. Second one now, 4x times 2 gives me 8x. 2 times minus 3y is minus 6y. And then 11 times 2 is 22. Now make sure you understand why I multiply the top equation by 3 and multiply the bottom equation by 2. What happens next is you can see that here, let me just get rid of this little blob here. What happens next is I want to work out the x values, and I want to work out the y values, and I want to work out the numbers separately. Okay, and in this case, 6y and negative 6y, that's going to cancel out, gives me 0 if I add them up by column. So 18x and 8x gives me 26x. And minus 9 and 22, if I add them up, gives me 13. So 26x equals to 13. X is equals to 13 divided by 26. I've divided both sides by 26. And that's equals to 0.5 or half. So x value sorted. Then I use any of these equations to work out my value of y. Because I've got x, I must now find y. So from 6x plus 2y is equals to minus 3. 6 times half, because x is half, plus 2y is equals to minus 3. So half of 6 is 3, plus 2y is equals to minus 3. Be very careful here. That's where a lot of mistakes happen. Because the 3, to get rid of 3, to have only 2y, okay, so you got to know where you're heading. I have to take away 3. So I must take away 3 here. See this? This is where a lot of students get wrong. So 3 minus 3 is 0. I've got 2y minus 3 that gives me minus 6. How do I find y? Divide by 2. Both sides. So it gives you y. Because 2 and 2 cancels down to 1. 1 times y is 1. And that is minus 3. And you know that this is an intersection between two lines. And the coordinates are 0.5 minus 3.